Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Enter the Gungeon. I don't even remember last episode. It like the time from which I record certain episodes, the time between I record some episodes is, sometimes, like a few days. So it gets very confusing in my brain to try and remember what happened like in the last episode. But regardless, I think actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think we actually were looking pretty good, and then we weren't, which is, pretty par for the course, I think. But what was I gonna say? Regardless of that, though, this episode's gonna be different. You know why? Because I'm feeling it. And I say that all the time, that I'm feeling it, but I don't know. I just feel better going into this, even though we already lost our shield. And something I've noticed, actually, well, not really noticed, but something I've kind of come to terms with, and this doesn't have anything to do with what I was just talking about, but something I've come to terms with is that I am not an interesting person. And I don't say that, looking for pity by any stretch of the imagination. Rather, I say that because I know that it's the truth, and I know it's the case. Because I'll talk to people, maybe about something that interests me, or I'll talk about something that, and I'm enjoying the conversation, but oftentimes people aren't enjoying the conversation either as much as I am, or they're not interested, or a combination of both, or essentially they want me to be quiet, but I don't get the message, so I don't shut up. So I've come to terms with that because it happens with both the people I care about as well as on a day-to-day basis. The game froze there for a hot second. I was worried it crashed. But, I've come to terms with it. And I'm not, I wish I was more interesting, but it's not like I can, change my entire, oh, this isn't a gun. This is a gas mask. Okay. Give me that. Obviously I want to be more interesting, but it's not like I can magically become more interesting, It's like it's a matter of what my personality is, And I think my somewhat boring nature is reflected in my commentary, which I'm trying to work on because this is different, Commentary is different, I gotta reel you in so you'll stick around and eventually get me to a point where I can monetize my content and make money off of it. It's always the end goal here, but it's just like, and I can base it off of dating apps as well, match with somebody on Tinder and then talk to them for all of 2 minutes and immediately lose their interest because I'm just not an interesting guy, not only that, but I lack that charisma, or at least a decent amount of charisma, because I'm an awkward son of a bitch. I stumble on my words, and I often can't think of things that are funny or you know, clever or anything of the sort right in the moment. I can think of stuff after the fact, you know, after having a little bit of time to think about it. That was really close. We're very lucky. Get out of here, Windows Defender. But, you know, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? You know, it's just, it sucks, but, you know, that's the way it is. Nothing I mean, I'm working on, you know, talking about things that are more interesting to people and shit, but, I mean, you know, it's not like I can change who I am at my core, you know, like, immediately. You know, it's something that would not only take time, but would be something that I would need to figure out. I might save up some shells. You know what? No. We're gonna buy the armor instead, because we can unlock a gun. We can unlock a gun in the what's it called? In a treasure chest. But yeah, you know, I'm working on it. It's a thing that I'm continuing to try and improve upon, and I try and, like, you know, through the YouTubers I watch and through the people that I consider to be role models, you know, I look at them and I kind of, you know, I look at them, I see what they're doing, and I kind of try and adopt some part of that into how I act as well. Not to mimic them or copy them necessarily, but to influence my own personality so that it's a combination of these different people that I look up to, rather than, you know, rather than nothing. Because I think, you know, I think a person's personality is reflected, you know, can be reflected in the people that they look up to. And I think that that is something that I can use to my advantage. Because there are quite a few people I do look up to, and I would like to incorporate their personalities into mine to make my own, or to help build my own, you know? And I already have, but it's something that I need to continue working on so I don't bore you with mundane conversation. And you know what? If you're still this far into the video, I salute you for one thing, but I am also very grateful, because that means you're interested enough to stick around. I'm not going to question why, because that makes me sound ungrateful, and I don't want to be ungrateful, because I'm not ungrateful. I'm very grateful. I'm so grateful. That was my attempt at an impersonation of U.S. President Donald Trump. Not a good one at that. I used to do a much better impression back when I liked him. Yeah, you know, I mean, I think I've already talked about this in an episode of some series, you know, my support for him when he was running and when he initially got elected. I would like to let it be known that I don't support him anymore. I really want to make that clear, because I think, you know, I don't want people to get the wrong idea, for one thing. And, you know, people may already judge me for even liking him in the first place, which is fair. I mean, I don't blame them for that, you know, but at the same time, like, you know, I'm a changed boy. I don't like him anymore. He's a bad dude. He's a racist dude. Something that I didn't realize or recognize fully up until like, it was a while ago when I, you know, stopped supporting him. It was like 1.5, 2 years ago. So, just took a bit for me to recognize it. I'm not going to talk about this anymore because, frankly, I don't like getting political. And I died. Okay. Okay. So, that's Mr. Mackey from South Park. You know what? We'll try one more time. Or rather, we'll give another run a go. Because that run was pretty okay. I think it wasn't my best by any stretch, but the guns we got were a little, like, you know, come on. Then again, you know, I'm pretty sure I would do just as poorly with about any gun you handed me, but... No. There we go. Cool. You were not close enough, buddy. I was far enough away, I promise. Oh, you son of a bitch. You caught me. Up close and personal. No, you know what? That's fine. You know what? It's fine. Please. Alright, this run, not so good. At all, to start out with here. At the rate we're going, we're not going to make it past the first boss. Which is a step backwards. Especially considering I've been making it to the, you know, making it beyond the first boss for the past few episodes now consistently. You know, I would prefer to not take a step backwards, but you know, sometimes you fall. And you just gotta pick yourself back up. Gotta brush the debris off your shoulders. Overcome your mistakes. And be a better human being as a result. Or something like that. Did we find the shop yet? Well, I don't think we did. Not that it would matter. T-shirt cannon. I've had this gun before. I don't really remember it all that well, but you get a t-shirt and you get a t-shirt. She went on the Oprah's show and she was doing her thing and, you know, giving out prizes and whatnot. And she was handing out t-shirts. Would you be disappointed? I'd be pretty disappointed if that's all I got for going to Oprah's show. Meanwhile, other people have won cars and money and cool things. You know, I'd be pretty upset if I just got a fucking t-shirt. Oh, we already found the boss room. Genius. I think it's fair that I'd be like to be disappointed because, you know, it's fucking Oprah Winfrey's show. She has what, $1 billion at least. Cough it up, you know. Help out the people that are struggling, who can only afford to go to an Oprah Winfrey show. You know, people that are really struggling. All right, yeah, we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Bad move. Poor play. Poor play. The episode's like only 14 minutes long, right? Any other day, I think I would keep going, but I'm actually running on a bit of a tight schedule, so I am going to have to cut off the episode here. Hopefully that's not a big deal. Better not be a big deal. Probably isn't a big deal. It'll increase my watch time. That's something I can take away from it. I'll make all my videos shorter so I can increase my watch time. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I've cracked the code. All right. Anyway, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Enter the Gungeon, let me know in the comment section below. Like the video and share with your friends.